one-match winning streak, and Nolf not only ended it, he ended it with a fall in front of the home crowd. This is the first time they've met since. Neither has lost since. Nolf, undefeated, coming in 29-0. He's a redshirt freshman. Kind of having the year that Isaiah had as a redshirt freshman last year for Illinois.
Exactly, Tim, and all that, you know, blah, blah, blah I mentioned about the bracket means nothing here when these two guys hit the mat. It's just about adjustments, and, you know, both these coaching staffs, you know, are going to make adjustments. They do watch film intensely, and they've got a plan here for this situation, and so they've been all about this match. They've anticipated getting here, and we'll see what type of, you know, the thing I was most curious about, what would be the Illinois adjustment? Do you go back, because in that first match, Isaiah Martinez came out like a bull in a china shop. He was just trying to do everything, and by the time the first period was over with, it looked like he did about 6 sets of cleans, and he had that kind of faraway look.
Well, already it's a different approach.
Yeah, and that's been
measured.
The adjustment. Yeah,
I would say it's a measured approach. How dominant is Jason Nolf? He's the #1. He sits #1 in most dominant category for NCAA awards. If that sounds familiar, we just got done talking about Zane Rutherford, who's #3, and we're not done with how Penn State, they've got 4 wrestlers in the top 7 of the most dominant in that NCAA category.
Well, Nolf is a guy that can attack both sides of the body, and he's clearly, you know, what you used to see seeing out of Martinez is that driving with that deep underhook with the left arm. And Nolf has cut it off pretty well. Now he's in on a shot just as deep as he could be.
I was going to say, that's as in as you can get.
Yeah. He's got the grip locked properly right there. We'll see if he tries to go ahead and use his power right now. This is the...
Nice job of hipping out by Martinez, and he had to re-grip, and it wasn't as good as his initial grip. Nolf's wasn't. 0-0.
Well, he put the anvil in his rear end right there and just dropped his hips a little bit, made it difficult for Nolf. So it's, you know, things are not as easy as they were before. I mean, last time it was pretty easy because Isaiah was bull rushing, and all Nolf had to do was lower his level and drop down, and he was attacking below the knee. So far, no attacks below Isaiah Martinez's knees.
Nolf, out of his 29 victories, 27 have been larger than a regular decision. Pins, technical falls, or major decisions. Again, Nolf in, trying to finish off. Hip out by Aymar.
Yeah, he's got a seatbelt position
set
up right there.
Watch your fingers, let it go.
Again, it's still to Nolf's advantage to keep the pace of this match high, I believe. See a little whip arm, you know, limp arm. Short time.
And it's the end of the first period. It's 0-0.
Good action, gentlemen. Good action. Top,
you know, this is a situation for Aymar. He's got a crowd that wants to get behind him. You know, with the Penn State-Iowa rivalry.
Here's the 149 finishers. Rutherford, Sorensen, Pantaleo, Surtsis, Souflon, Dippery, Short, and Bircher. And only the 6 are automatic. The top 6, so Jake Short and Cody Bircher, are going to have to come in by the wild card selections. But the top 6 are the automatic qualifiers at 149.
Boy, he's already got a far side bar arm here with a half Nelson, and now you see the power of Martinez basically rolling through. You know, great job by Nolf following. All right, and that's the type of pace that Nolf, you know, that favors Nolf. He's willing to go ahead and quickly cover you. Work back in the legs, and he's going to make Martinez work, and Martinez is going to try to explode back in. This is not necessarily the most technically sound way about going about it, but that's just what he does.
And the important thing is to keep moving here. Both wrestlers moving hard, and 1-point escape.
Worth all the effort to be able to get that quick escape.
That was a lot of work by Aymar there, because that was a great job. One move after the other, Nolf put on him, but Aymar comes out and is...
Yeah, and that's the way it's been called here. Aymar went straight out, Nolf went forward, and you'll see Mr. Perry back at the front table again.
I hit him for stalling for backing to the edge and staying there. You're right, they weren't out of bounds, but nothing was going on.
And with Illinois in 7th place with 82 points, he's just going to get his point across. And you can see referee Jeff Cook basically going to put the
because your guy stayed on the edge and back to the edge.
You know, what happened there,
Are you wanting something challenged?
what happened there is that Martinez basically just stayed out there outside and never really did make a significant attempt to get back in. He started out, I guess that's coming back in, and then he kind of hung out there. And when you go straight out like that, that's called.
That's the way it's called.
Yeah.
That's the way it's called this year. It really is. A good replay there, and you just got to stay on it if you're Aymar. So the warning does not bring a point, but it is a warning. Next call for stalling will be one against Aymar. Right now, Martinez leads 1-0, 40 seconds left in the second period.
And you can see that Martinez, how many times is he's going ahead to use that lower back muscles, and that's what impressed me about him last year. He's able to go ahead and squat down and be able to attack, but he's got too much weight in his feet right now to be able to make that attack. Now he takes a straight-on space shot, working to get into an underhook, but it's kind of a one-and-done type of thing.
Short time in the second period. You're looking at Isaiah Martinez for Illinois, last year's Big Ten champion and NCAA champion.
There's a roll-through situation that Aymar had a difficult time with before, and it ended up with short time, but beautiful setup there by Nolf.
And no points there. 1-0 now going to the third period.
Green choice. Green bottom.
Take a look at the great work there with the escape, roll through, following. You know, that's what championship wrestling is all about. There's the explosive action by Aymar to finally get the escape. Now we're back to live action.
And a quick escape for Nolf. It's 1-1. There's no riding time. We're in the third period. Didn't get to the third period in that last match.
And will Nolf be able to get to the low ankle, right?
The underhook on the defense by Isaiah Martinez.
It's an advantage situation for Martinez. He's got a deep left underhook. That's where his comfort zone is right now. It's kind of it's been a pacifier for him. Now he's putting pressure on Nolf. How will Nolf respond?
Shots pretty even.
Inside trip. Good footwork by Nolf. Good defense. So Nolf wants to either cut the time. The referee's going to call a stalemate. That's a good call.
Stay still.
Jason Nolf, the redshirt freshman. He's undefeated. He's the #1 most dominant wrestler right now in the NCAA. And Aymar, last year's champion as a freshman, both as a Big Ten and the NCAAs.
Working hard with that underhook on the left-hand side, but you see how Nolf has wormed his head into the left ear of Martinez, and now he doesn't have it. Now, quick shot. He's not able to get below the knee, but he's able to come out the back door. How does he finish this? He's going to go ahead and keep his chest up. This is you've got to become expert in these face-to-shoelace situations. He's going to try to scoop the bottom leg, but he got dumped back to his rear.
And the stalemate on that tough crank on the ankle saves Isaiah Martinez. They'll go to their feet. 24 seconds left in regulation. 1-1.
And he's got Martinez
Let's go. Let's go. Set.
a little bit weary here, but still got a lot left in his tank, I believe, compared to the last time that these two wrestled.
Shots are about 3-3. There's a shot by Aymar, but hardly touches the knee. There's a shot in by Aymar, looking to be able to limp arm and try to come out.
He doesn't get.
He's got the ankle covered.
Yeah, and now he comes back. Nolf basically attacks below the knee. Now a spin around situation. Great job, big square.
Regulation, great action. Everybody expected this, and here we go into overtime. Sudden victory, minute on the clock.
Boy, for a 1-1 match, there's been a lot going on here. Now the double underhook situation for Martinez. Stuffs Nolf's head. Nolf in and out. Total
Two gladiators
sprawling.
going at it. Little blood time there. Your Intermat ranked #1 and #2 wrestlers in the nation.
This is a fortunate set of circumstances, I think, for Aymar. He looks like he's a little bit
woozy.
Yeah, he just hasn't looked like himself in this tournament, but you know,
Hustle in, let's go.
The champion And he's been game
Let's go!
for this moment.
Intermat rankings, number 1, number 2. Nolf, number 1. Martinez, number 2. They're in overtime, trying to see who will become the Big Ten champion at 157 pounds here in Iowa City.
Right there, one more effect with the double underhook. He tries to step in with an inside trip. Nolf has got his head off to the side a little bit, so Aymar has head position with that underhook. He usually likes to go with it. Nolf feels it coming. Stuffs the head.
10 seconds left in sudden victory. If it ends like this, we'll go to the 2:30 seconds for the 3rd time. We'll have an overtime in this championships, and we are in overtime, and now we go to the 2:30-second tiebreakers.
Well, this is
Red.
looks over as Coach Mark
Red's
Perry.
gonna choose bottom
Aymar's
first.
going to go ahead and choose down. Coach is asking him to pop up
30
and
seconds and wrestle the entire
You know, they're
period.
both
to his feet.
Now they're both wary because they're just such great competitors, Jim. I mean, they're the good kind of wary.
Well, that was a start that Nolf was not prepared for.
I mean, and he was looking, I thought Aymar was looking a little wary, but as Nolf came on, he just looked tired. Well, why wouldn't you be when you're going at each other like this? Ram tough.
You've got to go ahead and find another level of conditioning to draw upon. Another blood timeout.
Something to do with riding time. Cody Sanderson wanting them to check the riding time. A 1 second.
Let's go.
Yep, he was out in 1 second. I think he might have been.
Yeah, no question about it. So
Aymar gives Nolf only 1 second to riding time, and it could come down to riding time.
again, Nolf has not been able to get below the knee like he was able to in the first match.
All right, Nolf goes down now. If Isaiah Martinez from Illinois can ride out Nolf, he'll win 1-0. If Nolf gets out, we'll wrestle the rest of the 30 seconds. And we might be going back to sudden victory. Here's Isaiah Martinez on top. Can he ride for 30 seconds and win? He's got the hands locked, and they go out of bounds.
You can see where Nolf is going to go with this. He's got to pop to his feet, hit that standing Granby, and get into a scramble situation with Martinez, and maybe even go ahead and get a reversal. No movement off the whistle again for Nolf. He anticipates the move there. He's able to go ahead for the lock. And there's that standing Granby, but the problem is you go off the mat. You got to hit that a little bit quicker and inside the circle. A small circle.
Hey, sir, stay.
Mark Perry and Jeremy Hunter giving encouragement to their
Martinez is digging
NCAA.
deep here, Tim. He's really digging deep. Wow.
escape by Nolf, who just dug deep himself. And so here we are, going to go to 1 more minute on the clock. It was a crucial move by Nolf.
And see what he did there? He's able to get the stand up in the back pressure. Then he hit that standing Granby right in the small circle and got out.
Everybody getting their money's worth. There's not a seat in the house. It's a sold-out Carver Hawkeye. And we're in the second sudden victory period at 157 pounds.
And Martinez is able to burn a lot of clock in this situation in that front headlock. Good call in the stalemate in the front headlock. Does Nolf have enough penetration on a shot to get to that leg?
Isaiah's been in on about 3 more shots than Nolf. Is he able to come up the back door?
It's a good situation here, but Nolf is locked in the crotch. At the very least, he's got the advantage. Now Nolf has an opportunity to go ahead and pop his legs out. A lot of energy again being used by Martinez. 13 seconds. Yeah, now he's in a tough situation. He'll use the free leg to maybe kick free. No.
And they'll go to the second set of tiebreakers, and this is where riding time comes in. It would be to the advantage of Martinez here right now. 21 seconds of riding time for Isaiah Martinez. So the longer he rides here, the more opportunity he gives himself
Nolf able to get right to his feet. Now the roll situation. Gets the escape.
If he can keep
he
his
called
feet
it
on,
off.
it looks like he's got.
No, he called it off. He hasn't.
Oh, he called off the escape.
Yeah, he got
the two. An escape and a takedown by Isaiah Martinez.
So
and that's the call.
I thought for a second he called off the escape, all right?
Right.
And I thought for a second when he called off the escape, he was waving his arms across like there was no escape, and then he offered up a takedown. So let's see the position again. Standing Granby. Is there an escape here? Yes.
Yeah, there's an escape.
And there's a...
Got that far ankle, came through, and he's going to end up with the two here.
I'd give it to him. That's a good call.
Yeah, if that's what they called, it's a good call.
We mentioned Martinez digging deep, Tim. Boy, he just looked like he hasn't looked like himself this whole match, but again, take one more look at this. Here's the escape, all right? Take a look at the hands were broke right at that point in time. That's an escape. Martinez coming through with the underhook, driving through. He keeps that right toe on the mat, collects both legs, and that's two. That's two.
And that could be Isaiah Martinez's second Big Ten championship in as many years. Here are the NCAA qualifying allocations for all the conferences. The Big Ten was 71 spots. And you see the ACC up with 34. They've had a good year this year. The Big 12 has a few more because they've got 10 in the Big 12 tournament, which is going on right now. At this weight class, there's 7.
There's 330 qualifiers for the NCAA, so there'll be a number of at-large bids being offered up here this week.
4 or 5 at each weight class. We'll have the wild card. And Carver Hawkeye Arena, it's packed in here. It's been a tremendous competition. The people have been here all weekend long.
So he's not giving a takedown. He's just giving an escape for Nolf.
Wow.
Didn't see that.
No, that's I saw the escape and the takedown.
I saw an escape takedown. I'm with you, Tim.
Yep. Well, no, are they saying no takedown?
They're saying no takedown. Yes, let's look at it again, folks.
Wow.
We got some time.
On the right time, that's what we're going to look at.
It's clearly an escape.
And I don't know. Yeah, and so they're saying it's an escape, so I don't know how do you give.
Here's the escape, all right? Martinez broke his
So they
rib.
give the escape.
Now he works off the underhook, comes to the far ankle. And this is a takedown.
When
he stretches out right here like
that was a takedown.
Wow. Jeff Cook will be featured at the NCAA tournament here. One of the eight officials from this tournament that will also be at the NCAAs.
Red, your bottom. Red, your bottom.
As we finish out the rest of that
Okay,
sequence
so
there, we're going down.
Martinez needs an escape, and he'll win on riding time if it goes 1-1.
He's got to work hard. Now he's got a leg put in.
And he gets the escape. And so now, if it ends this way, it'll be Martinez. Nolf has to take him down or get a stall call.
Nolf really has to get on the offensive now. Remember, Martinez has been warned for
That's
stalling.
Right.
Working hard with that underhook, trying to keep him, and that's been the difference in this match, Tim, is that he's been able to stuff Nolf's head with that front headlock. It's bought him some time and actually helped wear out Nolf a little bit. Nolf gets into a scramble. Martinez keeps his head up.
And Martinez is the champion, the Big Ten champion in double overtime.